right? Now let's look into the code, the basic code that we have. We have just typed congratulations and hello, that is in H1, and there is a line break, and then there is normal text. This is your new page. That is the text, right? Now the point is that H1 and this BR, these are HTML tags. Apex page is a visual force tag. So our visual force tags would start with apex colon. All visual force tags will start with apex colon, okay? And all visual force pages need to have apex page at the start and end. So any visual force page has to be within this tag. So this is a mandatory tag for all the visual force pages, right? So once you have, by default when you create a page it comes, right? If you have this, within this, whatever you want to create, you want to put your text, you want to put your company's logo. So all HTML tags, almost all of them can be used here, right? You want to bring a hyperlink, you want to bring an image, you want to write some text, you want to make it bold, italic, increase the font, decrease the font. So whatever you want to do with HTML is available here, right? Clear on it? Suvajit, questions here? This is simple,
No question.
right? Okay. Now the next thing that we have to do is we have to start creating the pages, creating visual force pages. So we'll learn how we can create visual force page, what all visual force page tags we can use. But how to create a page is clear. So if I ask you to create a simple visual force page and use some HTML content on that, you can easily do it now, right? Every page has to have a apex page thing, and within that you can put complete HTML content. So there is no requirement of using visual force tags in case you don't need it. If you need it, then you will put it. Fine, we'll get into that part. So if you are clear so far, I'm just deleting this part and I will get into creating pages. So I've removed everything. Now it's a blank page. Right, I've deleted everything. Okay. Now we need to understand a few terminologies here. One is a tag. We understand what is a tag, right? Suvajit, tag is clear?
Yes.
Then there is an attribute. Okay. Attribute is what? Attribute is a function of the tag. Like apex page, this is the tag, okay? And for every tag in Visual Force, we have certain attributes which are linked to the tags, okay? Like in case on this page you do not want to see the sidebar. On the page, sidebar is coming automatically, right? By default it's coming. But let's say I want to design a page where I don't want to see the sidebar. So apex page tag has an attribute called sidebar. If you say sidebar equals false, it will remove the sidebar. So what you have to do, you just have to take your cursor here. The moment you take your cursor here and then you start typing the sidebar, it has that IntelliSense option. So it's very easy to type codes here. So you say sidebar equals false. That's it. By default sidebar is true. But if you make it false and click on the save button, you will see the sidebar got removed. So the sidebar is an attribute of the page tag. So apex page is a tag, sidebar is an attribute. If you don't want to see the header also on this page, if I don't want to see the header, there is another attribute, show header. Again, you have the option of true or false. Make it false. Save it. Okay, so the header is also removed. Now it's a page which is completely blank. So these sidebar, show header, these are attributes of the tag. So every tag in Visual Force page has certain attributes. Clear on that part? So that is one thing. Secondly, so that's about tags and attributes. Next thing that we are going to talk about is markups and controllers. Let me know in case you have any question anywhere. Okay, markups and controller. Now a Visualforce page has two types of components. One is markup, one is controller. What is a markup? What is a controller? Or what is the difference between a markup and a controller? Yeah, so markup is basically content visible on the page. Okay, so it is what you see on the page. You want a text, you want a link, you want an image, input box, command button. These are all markups. Okay, background. These are all markups. So what we see on the page, that is markup. So what we need apart from this, we need certain logics also for any page. Okay, certain instructions or logics which would actually connect this page with the backend database, right? So those logics are called controllers. That reminds me of a small thing. Have you heard of MVC framework? What is that MVC framework? Suvajit, have you heard of MVC framework?
Suvajit? No, I think so. No.
Okay, it's a very simple thing. I mean, nothing very difficult. It's a framework where there are three layers: model, view, and controller, right? Okay, so far whatever we have been doing on Salesforce, so Salesforce works on an MVC framework. Okay, model is a backend data model, view is the front end user interface, and controller is basically the connections between these two things, right? So when you create an object or you create whatever you have been doing so far, that is also MVC. So there is a backend database in the backend, right? Then there is the user interface from where you are entering the data or you are deleting the data, whatever you are doing in interaction. And controller is what? Which holds the logics where the connections are, or the your validation rule, your workflow rule. When you click on that button, it will go save, or when you click on a button, it will delete. So those logics are stored in the controller. So when someone goes and clicks on a button on the interface, what should it do in the backend? That logic is contained in the controller. Okay, so MVC framework is that, which has three layers. One is the backend, one is the front end, and one is the controller. Right? Model, view, controller. So here also we are talking about MVC framework on Visualforce page. So the model at the backend is same. We are not changing anything. Through Visualforce, what are we changing? We are changing the, out of these three, what are we creating through Visualforce? Through Visualforce, are we creating the data model? No, data model is there, already there. So we are not doing anything to the model. So what are we doing making any change to the model, Suvajit? Visualforce is helping us design the front end interface, right? So we are trying to change the UI, create new UI or view part of it, right? Now since you're creating the view part of it, you also have to connect this view with the backend database, right? So we'll need to deal with controller as well, right? So whatever you see on the interface, that is going to be the markup, that's called markup, and whatever logics are defined for the backend, those will be controllers, right? Suvajit, question on this?
No question.
So we are clear with tags, attributes, markups, controllers. If we just understand this thing, we can move ahead and we can talk about types of controllers. So there are different types of controllers. first is a standard controller, second is a standard list controller, then is a custom controller, and then it's there is a controller extension. So there are 4 types of controllers which are there. Markup can be anything, it can be text, image, link, whatever. Controllers can be of 4 types, right? Standard, standard list, custom, and controller extension. So these are 4 types of controller, and one by one we will learn all these controllers, how to use the controllers. Okay. Using standard controller, as the name suggests, standard controller, it's a controller which is by default there from Salesforce side. So using standard controller is very simple. Okay. And a controller is an attribute of the Apex page tag. So controller is also an attribute of the page tag. So where you're defining the page, there itself you'll have to define which type of controller you want to. So whatever logics you want to use in this page, that needs to be defined on the page tag itself, right? Because after this it will just be markups. Okay, inside this it's just going to be markups. All the controller logic, all those things need to be defined at the as an attribute of the page tag. Okay. So if you come here, you will see there are 2 options. There is an option of standard controller, and there is an option of controller, only controller, which is a custom controller. Okay. So custom controller is where we create the controller. Standard controller is what is already available. That is what it means in Salesforce, right? Standard object already available, custom object we have to create, standard fields already available, custom field we have to create. Same way, standard controllers we do not need to do anything. Custom controller we need to create. Okay. So when I say we need to create, we need to define each and every line of the logic. Salesforce does not provide anything. Okay. So custom controller is where we will use Apex. Apex programming language. That's a proper language. So for defining custom controller, we will use Apex. For standard controllers, we do not need Apex. We'll just work with Visualforce. Okay. So standard controller. Let's get into standard controller first. So for a standard controller, it's pretty simple. A standard controller is defined as an object. Straight away defined as an object. Okay. So what it does, if you define standard controller as account, then this page can be used to display data from account. Okay. In the backend you have so many objects, right? So why do we use standard controller? We use standard controller to define the connection between the page and the database, right? So standard controller is defined as an object. So if you say standard controller equals account, then it connects that page to the account object. If you say standard controller equals to contact, it connects that page to the contact object, right? So, and all the built-in functionalities of that object can be used on this page. We do not have to define anything. It's very simple. So let me say standard controller equals account. Now this page can be used for displaying data from account object.